kind of update on what this year's contest is all about. We are celebrating this year the 14th anniversary, so next year will be even bigger because then we have our 15th, the 14th anniversary of Great Place to Work, the list, the contest being published. That being said, I'm only going to highlight 5 facts, but one of those facts is that we currently have 49 countries who will have their Great Place to Work list being published in 2016. Many of them being within Europe, but also within the Southern and Northern American states, of course. So that means it's becoming bigger and bigger. But of course, we're most interested in what happens here locally. If we look at our current, what we call interesting figures, our salient figures, so to speak, 90% of the best workplaces employees see their management as competent in running their business. That's the good news for tonight. Comparing the best workplaces, however, with the non-listed companies, and you know we do all kinds of number crunching on this, then largely, if you look at the numbers of this year, they outperform on 3 major criteria. The first one being recognition. They recognize their employees for the efforts and anything they do for the company, more than others. Secondly is talent management. They invest significantly more, and how much more you'll find that later on in the brochure. And thirdly, in terms of strategy and direction, they give more meaning. In terms of sense making, these people say that they know better where they're standing and where they're aiming for. The fourth finding, in terms of female line management participation, believe it or not, but best workplaces have reached finally 50% of female line management. That's an applause work, no? Believe it or not, compared to the what we call non-listed companies, that's only 42. And if we then benchmark with the lowest 10, then we see that there it's only 35. So you see that there's kind of, as we call that scientists, a linear relationship in terms of what we might find there. Last but not least, and that's something to say about absenteeism in organizations. In this year's list, we will find out that the average absenteeism level of the ones who are listed is 3.10%, compared to the small 4.83% if we're talking about the non-listed companies. So once again, what we call significant difference between the ones who are listed and the ones who are not listed. As you know, I'm not going to bother you too much about those figures, but whilst you will go out tonight, you'll get a small leaflet. In that leaflet, you will find all kinds of facts. We tried to bundle this for this year's edition in kind of a very short overview of what are some of the main striking things that we might find taking a look at those great places to work or the best workplaces. That being said, go. Time to really start off. As we said, it is your night tonight because we are celebrating the great places to work, the best workplaces that we have in this country. And in order to do so, we once again invited a host who will take care of us. And we're very glad that Anna is once again in our midst. Anna de Gouten, please, the floor is yours. Give her a warm hand.
Hartelijk dank Dirk voor die fijne introductie. Goedenavond iedereen. Bienvenue et bonsoir à vous tous. En op de dag dat er in Vorst weer van alles aan het gebeuren is, en dat Greg van Avermaat de Tirreno Adriatico gewonnen heeft met 1 seconde voorsprong op Peter Sagan, gaan we ook die Best Workplaces Awards uitreiken. Dat komt niet te vergeten dus. Alors le programme pour ce soir, à quoi s'attendre? We beginnen zo dadelijk met onze keynote speaker et après cette présentation, le moment suprême sera la remise des awards. On commence avec le top 10 des organisations de moins de 500 employés et ensuite on passe à la top 10 des organisations de plus de 500 collaborateurs. En plus, 3 awards spéciaux seront annoncés et après on pourra découvrir le walk-in dinner où il y aura la possibilité de manger quelque chose et de parler avec vos collègues ici présents ce soir. Voordat we van start gaan, nog een klein praktisch detail. Mag ik aan iedereen vragen om de gsm-toestellen uit te schakelen of op stil te zetten? Est-ce que je peux vous demander de mettre votre GSM sur silencieux? Merci beaucoup. Jammer genoeg